Welcome back to another video of 2022 Topps Chrome update series. This is not really just a video to rip the packs and show you what's in the product. We've already done that before. This is more of a public service announcement, a PSA if you will, to talk about the product and the issues with the product. It falls down to more than just the Mega Box, Hobby Box, glorified Hobby Box difference and no guaranteed autos and all the odds being the same in the product. I was actually, so if you've known about the product, all the odds are the same whether you buy the Mega Box or the Hobby Box. The only thing difference is the amount of packs you get. There's no different inserts or parallels or anything of that nature. It's just basically the same same cards in a different box with more packs for a higher price. So I don't know how they can get away with calling it a hobby box versus a mega box, because there really is no difference other than the larger amount of packs. I was willing to live with that and deal with that, and I was okay with that. I started to open the product, and my cases are late. They didn't arrive on time. I don't know if there's the storms or what's going on out there. They were supposed to be here today. Well, actually, I'm very thankful they didn't, because I got a couple of boxes, and I got them from two different local card shops of hobby boxes. I already had these from Target, and I've opened up plenty of these, and I was like, all right, the quality, this and that, and really didn't make that big of a deal about it. But now I opened the hobby boxes, and I'll tell you what I got. I got two from one place and two from another. So two totally different batches. These stores are half an hour apart, and I wanted to share some information with you about the quality of the card and let you know what I ended up doing. Now, there's a channel on YouTube called Grip and Rip Sports, and he exposed this yesterday about the Mega Box Hobby Box controversy, and said basically if you don't have your product yet from your distributor or whatever, cancel the order or don't buy any, because this is what it is and Topps is trying to rip us off. Well, based on that, I was like thinking, you know, I still want the product. I sell a lot of sets. I pre-sell sets. I build sets. And it's just something we started to do. And we have a base of customers that we build sets with. We started going through the cards, and we looked at it. We didn't have as many of the mega boxes as we did hobby boxes coming. We opened up about 6 to 10 mega boxes. We have, or had, 9 cases of hobby boxes coming. 9 cases. Now, with being overcharged, that's about $15,000, okay, worth of product. It's a lot of product. When I opened up the hobby boxes today, I started to get very nervous. I started to scratch my head, and I'm like, wait a second, this isn't right. And what's not right about it is the fact that the quality of the product is very, very, very off. Okay, I'm going to show you something here, which is a refractor. These are very rare. Matter of fact, a refractor comes 1 in 150 packs. You're actually better off odds of getting an autograph than you are a refractor. This is the base refractor, number to 299, and they're only in 150 packs. This is probably still not a good example. I see it's off center, and you can see that yourself. What I wanted to do is show you some of the cards that I did pull and see what we can do about finding a centered one and use that as our gauge to look at the other cards. So this Julio Rodriguez is not centered. This is a purple. This is sad because that border is so thin up on the top there. We definitely can't use that as a gauge. I sort of liked this Hunter Green. I think this Hunter Green, even though it does look a little thicker at the top, is one of our best examples as of now. And this blue also looks like it's a little bit off, so we can't use that. I found myself looking at Reed Detmer's cards and thinking I might get a couple of these graded because they looked good. Now this may be one of our more perfect examples right here. And I attest that to the fact that I think that these refractor cards were made differently than the base cards. So all the autos actually are not just autographs, they're refractors. So I do like the quality of this card. I'm feeling that the quality is not so bad on this particular card. Okay? But what we've got here with this set is that the majority of the cards does not look like that. The majority of the cards is off-center. That's a 10%er right there, which it should be the opposite way around, and there should be 10% that aren't centered, and the rest, 90% are the way they should be, especially at the price. We're talking about over $1 a card for this set. Now, this might be one of the more perfect examples from what I'm saying of a very nice centered card. We'll also place this one here as a possible nice example. Here's the Julio Rodriguez. This one's not too bad either. I'm sort of lucky with that, but that is a debut card, not, and we got some other cards here that I looked at. See some weird up there at the edge here, and that's just not 100%. That's okay. You're going to get that with the chrome. I get it, okay? These are the cards that I wanted to show you that are my keepers that are actually all right. And here, I'm okay with that though. And this card is probably all right as well. But let's go to the real deal here. And I didn't pull all of them, but here's the deal. We build sets. We sell sets. I cannot put collated cards into the sets for my customers and have them get their set, and then 3 months down the road or whatever, they look at it and say, "Oh, these cards are garbage. I can't believe we're not going to order from Front Row Cards anymore." So we had to make a decision, and the decision was to do what Grip and Rip said. Contact the distributor or whoever you bought the cards from and return them. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to burn bridges. I don't want to burn relationships. But with that being said, it's a lot of money. Yes, it's over $10,000, and rightfully close to $13,000 to $14,000 worth of cards, and that I feel are garbage and just absolute disgrace here with this product. So let's look at some of the cards here. So this is one of the cards. It's got some kind of gooey stuff here or a roller mark, and it goes all through the center. Okay, so this was pulled out of one of the hobby boxes today, and this one as well. You can see that. So that's a defective card. I don't want to be taking time to send cards into Tops and waiting for them. That's a 6 to 9 month procedure of waiting for them to make things right. So I got to show you some of the other cards in here. Here's another roller card right here. The roller issues were pretty much isolated to certain packs, but they're there. More important is the off-center. I mean, the off-center cards are just ridiculous in here. As you can see how thick the border is up here at the top, and then look at the bottom. Now, if you want to look at the bottom here and look at that as a gauge, remember what we said as one of our perfect cards were? And we said it's this card right here that is pretty much very centered. Well, look at it. Look at the big difference in that. With that being said, and we're talking about the bottom, where this corner round ball goes down to the edge, versus here where it's almost touching the edge. So to me, that was a big deal. Here's a whole bunch of those kind of cards right here with that down at the bottom. And with that down at the bottom being that large of a space, look at how tall, how much room there is between the top border there as well. So here's off center to the right to left and roller marks. This one I see. If you flip through the cards really fast, you gotta take a good look at them. But this is true. This is not gradable. I don't want to put this garbage in my set. Okay, I don't want to put them in my sets that I have to collect for myself. I don't want to put them in my set that I'm building for my customers, which is you, and say, hey, this is the inferior product they put out, so I'm going to go ahead and pass the inferior product on to you. I'm not going to do that. So here is large border at the bottom versus the small border we saw just a minute ago, right? Look at the difference here. Small, large. Look at the top. There is hardly any border up at the top on this. Now, this happened a lot, and it happened with base cards, and it happened a lot. Look at how big that is at the bottom. It's ridiculous. It happened with purple cards. Now, with the price we're paying for these cards, 40 cards for 50 bucks, they're costing us over $1 a card. They better be right. That's all. That's what I'm paying for. I'm paying for the right cards. Look at this, purple. So if we find any value of saying that $1 a card's pricey for this, but where your value is going to be is in these purple cards. They're purple refractors, they're insert parallels, though there's a lot of them. You still can pull very nice cards out of that purple set, and that's where you're going to find your value in these packs. Well, when they start sending stuff like this in the packs, it's absolute garbage. It is junk, it's garbage, and it's unacceptable. Quality control should be picking up on those. Those cards should be going into a scrap pile, okay? And they should be printing more. If somebody isn't watching the centering and the off-centering, here we go again. These cards are absolute garbage. I've only pulled so many. I didn't have time to pull. I pulled a sampling for you, okay? I pulled a sampling to show to my distributors that I purchased the product from so that I could say, hey, listen, this is what I'm dealing with. I bought these at the local card shop, and I wanted to show you this too so that you could understand my position and how I feel. So the way I feel is that I want to get my money back. You know, as much as I hate to ask for it, because most of the places, you know, there's no refunds on cards. Well, there's no refunds on cards that you open, okay? I don't want to mention any names, but we were successful in getting a huge amount, 6 cases refunded that did not make it here yet. They were supposed to come today. I'm glad they didn't because they're late. And it gave me some time to think and actually open up the other hobby packs and to see and really take a closer look at the product and say this is absolute garbage and I'm wasting my money and I'm overpricing. I'm getting overpriced. And I'm getting charged something that I'm not getting, which is the quality, okay? So I made the decision to ask for the refund. Now, I don't know if I want to mention any names on it. You can privately message me or things of that nature. My email is always in the description, so you can contact me there. But I deal with one of the big 3, and you know what the big 3 is. And that is Steel City, Dave & Adams, and Blowout Cards. So I have a good relationship with one of the big 3 that I get excellent pricing with. And I'm a top tier member. And they deal fair with me, I feel. Even if something is overpriced, they'll price match and they'll work with me. Well, I hated to ask them for the refund on this, but I had to. And the reason I had to is because I don't want to put this inferior product in something that I sell to my customers, which is sets. With that being said, I have a lot of sets pre-sold, and now I have to go back and say, listen, the product's garbage. It is not good up to my standards, and I have to cancel your orders and refund you. Just like the company had to refund me as they stand behind their product as well. So they actually gave me a refund. They said, refuse the package. It's going to be coming for delivery tomorrow. They said, refuse it. And I said, I was sort of shocked that they did it that fast. And basically they're giving me a full refund. Now, that's 6 cases. I had 3 more cases ordered from another distributor that is very big in selling on eBay, and you may know who he is. And I do buy a lot from him as well. I shop his deals, and sometimes I get a good deal. Sometimes I might overpay, but most of the times I feel I get a good deal, and he does take care of me there. You know, it's just I get lucky on some stuff and get deals that nobody else is bidding on, and the next thing you know, I won a case of this at a super price, you know, so I got lucky. That happens a lot. Or, you know, 20% with him, and the other certain percentages I'm going to pay. You know, I'm not going to kid you, I paid $1,700 and $1,725 for my cases from him. That's a lot of money, okay? That's a lot of money for this hobby product in 12-box case. So I looked at his return policy on his eBay store, and it said returns accepted, 14-day. Buyer has to pay this return shipping. I'm like, good, I'm going to ask him. So I emailed him, and he said, that's really not our policy. We really don't accept returns, man. You know that. I actually don't know that, but your page and your listings say that. So I figured it would be. He says, all I can tell you is you're free to return the product and just don't accept it and have them return to sender. He says, but you'll be blocked from purchasing from us again, just to let you know if that's what you want to do. I know you've spent a lot of money here, he said, in the last year, and I appreciate your past business, but moving forward in the future, if you expect a refund for this product, that we will not be doing any future business. And I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. I said, it has nothing to do with the price or a price drop or anything else about this product. It has to do with the quality. And that's what I'm paying for, is quality. I can overpay for a product, which I've done many times, and I've never ever asked anybody for the difference back after I got it, unless it's somebody that I'm ordering from as far as a distributor, and they're lowering their price to the consumer. I'm not asking to price match another company, but they're lowering their price. And hey, can you just match the price? I bought pre-sale from you 2 months ago. Now you're putting it this amount. Can you do this? Yeah, we'll do it. No problem. Okay. I never asked anybody to cancel an order and give me my money back, but I felt I had to do it on this. And once again, hate to beat the dead horse, but it's just, I don't want to give this product to my customers. I just can't do it. So that's why I had to. I recommend to all of you as well to make your own decision, but watch the videos of the people that are opening this box. We open these things for a reason, and it is to show you what's inside the box, okay? So what we're doing when we open this box, and this is going to be our last box, and we're going to say goodbye to 2022 Chrome update, whether it's in a mega box or it's in a hobby box. But what we try to do is educate our viewers and our audience and say, hey, this is what this product looks like. Now it's up to you to make an educated decision, okay? I showed you all these cards. I didn't cut those edges off. Those are all cards that came out of the pack. It's not isolated. It's very common. You can watch some of the other videos and see it too. The wholesale price on the hobby boxes has dropped quite drastically within the last 2 days. I can tell you right now that I belong to a network that we can buy wholesale from, okay? And it's an awesome place to purchase and buy cards and stuff. It's an inside secret for breakers and distributors and dealers who want to buy and trade amongst one another. It's a very large community. I can tell you, and I'm clicking right now, the current price for Topps Chrome Update Hobby Box that I can buy it for is $92 a box. Okay? $92 a box in the case. I take that back. $85 a box. $85 a box. Can you imagine that? 85 times 12 equals 1020. Yes, I can buy a case for $1,020 right now of Chrome 2022 Update Baseball. And I can buy that from at least 2 different people, and the third one is going to be at $87.50, and it goes up from there. And those are cases, and they have lots of cases. 5 cases. The other one has 3 cases. The other one has 4 cases. So there's a lot of this product out there. It's hitting the fan. All I can tell you is, let's take a look at these packs here. We're doing this live now, and say, hey, this is what you're going to get. Okay, Nelson Cruz. Definitely off center. Look at that. The surface isn't bad. There's no roller marks on here. That's okay. I see some stuff down at the corners there. If you, I'm sorry, edges. Those things at the edges is part of the chrome cards, but you never know grading wise if that's going to affect. The biggest thing we're looking at, you won't get a 10 with this card off centered like that, no matter how nice the surface is. Okay? So here we go once again. This is definitely off-centered. And here we have a William Woods. This is one of our closer to being centered, but if you notice it, this is still actually off-centered as well. And here's where your money shots are, is your purples. And that's another off-center card there. All of this is noticeable with the naked eye. Off-center, there's more room left on the left than there is on the right, and that's noticeable. So this is a public service announcement for you to take a look at the product and make a decision whether you want to buy it or not, regardless of how cheap it goes. I'll be honest with you, I don't want them at $85. It's not about the money to me, it's about the quality. So nobody can come back and say, nah, you want to return it because the price dropped. And here's a great card. Look, I struck what should be gold, but it's off center. Now, I'm going to put this out on eBay for sale. I've got around 5-6 of these, okay? I actually got pretty lucky with this. It's a 200 card set. I didn't open up 1,000 packs. So I've probably got about 5 of these. And I've only got 1 or 2 that's very nice and centered. This one is not. But I'll put this out for sale. It'll sell, but it's not going to garner that much money being a parallel because it's not perfect. And somebody's going to pay more money for a card. They want it to be perfect. Listen, I paid more money for the card. I want my cards to be perfect as well. So that's where I stand on that. This pack right here is a lot closer to normal, with the exception of that purple card. I can live with that right there. Myself, you might want to check out some videos of the hobby boxes, which I opened up some hobby boxes as well. And then I also have some videos of me with the hobby boxes off center again. And you might want to look at those videos too. These came out of the mega boxes. It always concerns me of, why did the mega boxes come out 2 weeks sooner than the hobby boxes if the odds are all the same? There's nothing else inserted or anything, and now we got an auto. This is 1 in 60 packs, and we actually caught one. Calvin Faucher. So we got lucky here, and be honest with you, this is a pretty close to centered card, I would think. There. So that's a live pack opening there. An auto off center purple. Okay. I mean, just about every card, but you know, what you really can't tolerate is those cutoff cards and the edges and the bottoms cut off, or so much room on the top or the bottom versus what they're supposed to be. OC's OC and Otani refractor. I find out that the refractors were probably printed separately. They're a lot nicer in my opinion, but we're going to be done with this product. You won't have to see us open anymore. We'll move on. Maybe we'll finally get over to that triple thread that we've been promising the audience. In the comments, if you watched this far through, tell me and give me a little push here. Say, Chris, when you going to open that triple threads? We want to see it, and I'll be more inclined to open it. So there's definitely another off-center purple. Okay. So that means just about every card you come to, if you look at it and want to look at it as far as the value goes, it's off-center. Now this pack does not, this box does not have any roller issues. No immediate concerns as far as quality issues other than off-centering, but to me off-centering is a big deal. And when you pay that much money for the card, I can show you. We've only got one more pack here. And this is our last pack, and I thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the like button. I am trying to help the community best I can in making educated decisions. So if I show you some other cards here, I guess these are the chrome, Topps Chrome Black. I guess they don't have a border, so you can't say they're off center. But the cards are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I also opened up yesterday or the other day in my video, and you wouldn't have heard me complain once about it, is the Bowman Draft. Also very, very nice quality cards, very expensive. Sapphire, did they have the Sapphire printed by a different printer? I opened up 8 boxes of Sapphire. I mean, that's pretty much centered. That's pretty close to center. This is pretty close to center. I don't see any roller marks on any of my Topps Chrome Sapphire. Quality, as far as I'm concerned, was top-notch on that product. I feel it was top-notch on this Bowman Draft. That just came out, Bowman Draft and Bowman Draft Chrome. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Here's the product. So there's a Chrome. Every single card is pretty consistent there with that left edge and the amount of width in the left edge, as you notice. So that card is not going to shift from left to right. Despite the fact that it doesn't have a right border, the left border on each card is very consistent and all the same. Okay? Very nice quality cards here as well. So I wish we could have had an update. I went big, and the reason I went big is I like the checklist. So we get reeled in with the checklist, and maybe in the future that'll help us do more educated decisions. You know, the product is dropping fast. You can buy it for dirt cheap now, $85 a box. I wouldn't even buy it at that. To me, it's not worth it. I'm done with the product. I just wanted to let you know what it's all about so you can make an educated decision. I once again want to thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Like my video, please, if you will. That'll move us up to the top so more people can see this PSA and make their own decision. But right now, I'm going to say it's a thumbs down, and I'm going to say do not buy. Do not buy this product. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. We'll see you soon.